With democracy in 1994, economic development became the responsibility of local government authorities in South Africa. A new vision for a new state, with municipalities integrating local economic development into their core functions as municipal boundaries shifted to reflect the new democratic vision for the country. 20 years later, in 2014, we have 278 municipalities, consisting of 8 metros, 44 district municipalities, and 226 local municipalities spread over 9 provinces. More importantly, these municipalities collectively employ more than 1,000 municipal officials focused on economic development. This represents a significant pool of professional human resources with a capacity to have a positive impact on the well-being of the nation. An innovative project has been undertaken by Pila Tuza, the National Director of Economic Development at the South African Local Government Association, to address this situation.
In this program, I was trying to collect lessons learned, share them so we can standardize our understanding of economic development. If it requires that we redefine it, at least we can find a new definition for it. So we could do things that we can be proud of, and at least can speak to progress. So with the Professional Development Program, it's an initiative to find other colleagues who are interested in economic development to share their stories that we could use to standardize the profession and keep ourselves in a profession that can at least articulate its impact. I would wish that with this program we will create a different arrangement or picture of economic development in the next 15 years.
The purpose of this program is to have a profession of dynamic economic development practitioners, and our overall objective has been to have an impact on the participants' personal understanding, their skills, ability, and attitudes in relationship to themselves as practitioners, and also in relationship to the field. The course is guided by 2 important factors: the developmental needs of adults and developing a community of practice. There are 4 factors within the methodology that are very important: participant selection, process facilitation, team collaboration, and experiential peer-led learning. The course consists of 6 sessions spread out over 6 months. It begins with an inception workshop, which is followed by 4 thematic sessions focusing on economic development, strategy, managing stakeholder communication, advocacy, and results. And it concludes with a final event.
I think that the greatest strength of the Professional Development Program is the way it reconnects people to their own values and creates a sense of purpose that they then communicate to their colleagues, to their managers, and to everybody that they interact with. This is done in this wonderfully safe environment that is created with the Professional Development Program, but the environment is still incredibly challenging and pushes people out of their comfort zones. They've got to be present, they've got to connect with themselves, and that allows them to communicate in a way that is dynamic, is incredibly rich for them and the people that they work with.
So far, the Professional Development Program for Economic Development Practitioners has been experienced by groups of participants in 4 provinces: the Eastern Cape, Northwest Province, KwaZulu-Natal, and the Western Cape.
This program provides the participants with an opportunity, 1, to connect with themselves as professionals, to really recognize the individual that is put in a professional space to deliver something that will transform the lives of many people. And it allows them to recognize that they have capacity that just needs to be translated into capability by doing things. It offers a sense of hope, I find, for most of the participants who have gone through a number of challenges as economic development practitioners, that suddenly from hearing a story of a successful practitioner who has gone through the same kind of challenges, operating in the same kind of environment, I found that them recognizing that it is possible, regardless of the environment that they find themselves in, gives them that energy to want to try new things. I think this program really takes what already exists and creates a community of people that are able to be change agents, which is what we are looking for right now in the space of economic development. It leads people to results. We have the systems in place, the concepts are out there, the models are out there, but it was really about doing something out of it, which I think was excellent.
Thank you. First of all, it has turned me into becoming a better communicator. Secondly, it has assisted me in prioritizing the work that I have to do. Being able to identify critical and core issues that needs to be addressed. Also assisted me in strategizing or coming up with approaches which would yield better results than before I joined the program.
Thank you. What do you think was the most important aspect of the program?
Mostly it's sharing the experience with colleagues. I drew quite a lot from that. Being able to share the challenges and coming up with ways and means that would maybe employ at our respective offices in mitigating against those challenges.
Oh, thank you. What did you expect from the course before you came?
My initial objective was to have a broad understanding of LED and also to be able to package and present the request for in solicitation of funds from various funders, and also reporting to the superiors. Basically that was and that goal has been achieved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Achille.
Training, the impact that I've made, it helps me to really encouraging me and even stakeholders to come closer to really participate on our programs at local levels, due to the very same relationships that I'm saying it helps us to build such a relation. It also makes an impact internally so in working on our relations with our internal colleagues and community at large. Because community has much issues or ideas that they expect us as LED practitioners to assist them in making them reality. So through this communication, this course, by building my personal capacity in accepting or delivering information from other peoples, it makes my work even easier, as communication is key. You receive communication, you send out communication. And then I want to say it also impacts very much on my professionalism in approaching my conduct in dealing with in doing my work correctly. That's the impact that really this course had made towards myself.
Wow.
But aspects that I want to mention that really come out clearly and make a difference. It's communication, it's knowing your area, it's also to be result oriented. I can say out of all, to me, these ones were top. It also even come up and exposed clearly the approach of SCAF. That if we maintain our professionalism, making use of SCAF, we will really achieve what we desire and what is expected from us as professionals.
Fantastic, thank you so much. Then, what did you expect from the course before you came? What were your expectations before you knew what the course was about?
Right. The first key as I'm an LED practitioner was really to clear me on the issue of what is an LED, and it came out clearly when now I know what LED stands for. It was one of my expectations that I wish this training can clarify me on that. As we approach LED in so many, and then without us not approaching it, other people that we are working with, they have got their own views of LED. They see LED as poverty alleviation program, just focusing on community-based projects, but not knowing that really LED is broad. There's nothing that is happening that is not informed by LED. The other issue that came up clearly, that was my expectation out of this. I can say it really responded to my expectations, to boost my morale. As I've said, my self-esteem have really been uplifted. That was my expectation, that I wish this can help me to overcome the situation that I have. But saying, as an LED practitioner, irrespective of challenges that one finds himself in, just tell yourself you are an overcomer. Those were responded rightly by this training.
It made me reconnect with my norms and standards and recommit to what I do best. That's what it has done to me.
Brilliant.
For me.
And what was the most important aspect of the program for you?
The fact that it could bring the best out of each and every one of us. Recognizing our own individual shortfalls and being able to make up for those shortfalls in such a very short space of time. Just really committing, as I said, to what we do best as economic development practitioners.
Fantastic. What did you expect from the course?
I was actually hoping it's not one of those theoretical courses where you would be expected to write exams, to write assignments and so forth. Actually, it surpassed my expectations in such a way that, it was more practical. We were addressing salient practical issues, and we were bringing the best out of us, that which we have been sitting on and didn't want to let it come out. But this course presented an opportunity for us to rediscover ourselves one way or the other, without being too theoretical, but being too practical.
It helped me building a better professional in me that we've got responsibilities and people are relying on us, and we must make sure that we deliver on their needs. We are employed to make sure that people are taken care of. There is a delivery to the people. So the project, it's like refilling, going to the station and fill again. So it has done a lot, and I think I'll be a better person from here.
Thank you. What for you was the most important aspect of the program?
It's understanding that there are things that you can control, which are within the circle of influence, and there are things that you can't control. And sometimes we get lost. We focus on things that we can really not control, instead of focusing on things that we can do something about. That really stood out for me. That complaining, crying, bad attitude at work, it doesn't help. It just makes you a worse person. But now we've got a choice of how do we respond to challenges at work.
Amazing. What did you expect from the course? Like, was it, when before you knew about the course and you thought you were going on this PDP, what was your expectation of the course, of a course?
I expected that this would be a good course, reading on the invitation that first came.
Okay.
And my manager said, I think this is a good course for you. Although I went through the contents of the invitation and I said it's. But on the 9th of July, when we came here and Pila introduced the course, I knew this would be a good course throughout. That is why I was never absent in the course. I attended all the sessions.
Excellent, thank you.
Wow. It really did a lot for me. I remember when we started the state, maybe if I can say that I was in, being a young professional, meeting people who have been out there in the field, not knowing how or what is it that they have been experiencing in the past, like, or what are their challenges. But then when I came into this program, for me, I was more of a person who came into it to learn more, and even those that I didn't know. I remember when we started off with the inception, when Pila was giving an overview of what is it that the program seeks to achieve, starting from changing the way in which we do things, improving if we have been doing things right, and improving so that we may have more impact at our workplaces. For me, I saw what she said, she gave us on the during the inception as something that this program has really done to me, to say I've been a professional maybe for the past 4.5 years. What is it that I've done? What is it that I've been doing? What is it that I did not see myself doing right? And what is it that I can then change? For instance, I can just give an example of one of the major thing that I saw that was coming up during the whole program or the whole training was that we need to be planning so that we can have impact, so that we can be impact driven, to say what is it that I seek to achieve when I'm doing this. I think it's something that I feel, wow, it was powerful. The most important aspect for me when I look into the program, it's basically trying to bring out that inner self in each and every one. There was at some point when we were being they were being shown to say you don't have to separate your personal life from your professional life, of which you find that your personal life, when you bring it in, it can contribute into your work environment so that you can then improve on how you do things, because you find that at times it's a norm that I can say. There will be people like managers or directors. When they're out there, they're all friendly and all that, but then when they get into the office, they want to be filled. And then I realize that it's beyond your title as a professional. Maybe you can be a director or whatever that you are, but then it has more to do with you. You understand? So that is something that I felt, this program really did well. Yeah.
What did you expect from the course?
When I came in, I expected this course to help me in my mostly on my professional life, to say, okay, I'm this young professional. What is it that I can see myself doing right? You understand? Like for instance, I was somebody who was not that good, or who did not understand issues around the strategy very well. But then when I got to the course, wow, the way the strategy was explained, it simplified everything for me to say, you know what, you need that strategy in everything that you do. Be it I'm planning my personal life, I need it to be strategic in order to be living, so that I know what is it that I want to see myself achieving. I think for me that is something that stood out. And then also on the side of LED, I'm myself not an LED practitioner, but now after this I know what is expected of an LED practitioner. So meaning that I have the capabilities as well, based on my expertise, to bring it in, so that it can then influence that overall environment, so that I can create an enabling environment for a change, and I can be that change agent. Sure.
But what did you first expect when you came to the course?
I was a bit doubtful, as you've heard that I'm part of the furniture, long in the field, and I was saying, let's go and see what new that these people can teach us. And the focus on me as an individual, as opposed to LED in general, captured my interest and imagination. At times we say in my municipality, we, the seniors, have had all these experiences of attending this training, this short course and that one. Let's give it to the up and coming or the newly people who have just been entering the field. But I felt in this instance, I wanted to share my experiences. I'm one of the people who's been lambasting SALGA for not playing their role. One of our biggest frustrations is in our province, the Provincial LED Forum has not set in over 18 months. That's bad. That's bad, because that's where, as practitioners, share experience. But how would I share the experience if I don't know how to communicate? I found that very exciting, and I said to my colleague, if you'd recall in July I had 3 members, and I said to the other 2, I'll send you in the next course. I'm attending this one. There was a bit of selfishness coming into play there.
All right, excellent, thank you. And then, so what would you say, what was the most important aspect of this program for you?
It was reviving the oomph, the passion that I have for LED. Giving me what I call the guitar. At times we know what to do, but just because there's nobody who's giving you the encouragement to keep on going, you sit back and say, what the heck, I want to do it. But this time I found myself with the assignments that I've set for myself. I found myself pushed to go and deliver and practice what I promised, because when I come back to report in the report back sessions, I must be honest. If people say, let's provide your proof of evidence, it should be there. And for me, this was an indirect way of giving myself a kick in the backside. It has shown me that in Zulu we say you never stop learning. Ufunda uze ufe. It has shown and given me new insights into looking into LED. It has given me the encouragement to share with my colleagues. And for that, I think what we need to look into the future perhaps is how do we structure it? 2 days in a month might not have that much desired impact in terms of how municipalities operate. You attend 2 days in a month, very soon they'll say, no, we don't have money to pay for your S&Ts. Rather, I would suggest that perhaps take everybody out of the comfort zone. If you are doing peer education in the Northwest, take them to the Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, where they are out of their comfort zone. Let them practice what they preach, so that you can actually also see them in the field. Some of the actions, especially in communications, is how we communicate with people. You would recall in the slide that we, not the slide, the chart that we had just before you go, I said the barrier of language. In LED, you must be multilinguistic. You must be able to understand. And listening is a skill on its own. And if people are not able to listen and assume that people have said, it's a danger. But I'm a bit worried with the timing or the programming. 2 days in a month. Yes, if you want to look at reflective counseling and people practicing what they've just learned, it might be good. But knowing how the municipalities are, we started being 19. I think we are only 14 now, still attending constantly. It might be because of the financial impact it has. If it's just a once-off payment that would take the whole 10 days or the whole month, once and for all, then the people are bent to do their job. It's worth looking into that.
Okay. All right. So tell me, what did you expect from the course?
I expect one of those boring courses where the facilities just come and come with a topic, present, after presenting, and then say, you guys, I'm going to give you an assignment to do, then you're going to come back and report back. But this one was very different from the other courses that I've already attended, because the facilitation on its own, the experience, it was something new to me, because I've never experienced something like this. The energy of the facilitators, especially the energy was there. Even after lunch, after lunch, our stomachs are full, you feel a bit sleepy, but the energy was still there. It was one of those, I didn't expect the impact that it had on me to be so brilliant. So it was for me, the best so far, the best course that I have ever attended.
Amazing, thank you. And what would you say, what's the most important aspect of the course for you?
Content.
Which is right? The motorbikes?
The most important was how it was structured, the content, the way the facilitation or part of it. Sometimes when you attend courses, the facilitator just boring, if I put it that way. But the content and most of the things that were covered were relevant to my work. So the most important are those two: facilitation, part of it, and the content, and the level of the information that was given to us. Because after 5 years you can still use it. The whole experience it made me appreciate and love my job, because before I attended this program, I didn't realize how important my job is. But right now I know, because the whole content of it made me aware of the importance of my job. And every day when I walk around, I feel proud of the kind of job that I'm doing, because the lives it touches out there is amazing. It just woken up something in me. You have to realize the importance of your job. Every single day when you wake up, you know the impact that you're gonna have on the world out there.
Excellent, thank you.
As a professional,
as a professional?
I've gone back to the office and was intentional in a sense that I'm more conscious of what I do. I'm more conscious of how others treat me. I'm more conscious that my actions always have a reaction. So I know what I can control and what I can't control.
Wow, thanks. All right. What aspect of the program do you feel is the most important for you?
The communication skills and obviously the scarf.
Fantastic. Thank you. What did you first expect before you came here? What did you expect from the course?
My gosh, I thought it was going to be one of those. You go in, you listen to a whole lot of different presentation without even being engaged, without being conversational, without relating, whether you understand or you don't understand. It's just, so I thought it was just going to be one of those, and it turned out to be the opposite, complete opposite of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Etsego. And what do you feel would make this program better?
I think the target of the people, in this instance, they are targeting municipalities. I think at a provincial level, the people from our office as well, and even at the national level, they also need something like this, some encouragement, some push. This is a push, but in a right way. You understand? It forces you to look within yourself, because when you're in the public sector, you get lost in complying. Do you understand?
It has provided me with the tools to be able to focus, to know what to do, when and how. It has also provided me with some insight into things that I was not aware of as a person working in LED. And now I feel that I'm a professional.
Fantastic, thank you. What was the most important aspect of the program for you?
The most important aspect of the program has been the lessons learned from other local government agencies like Aspire, but also the other one that one lady presented the other time we were here, the previous time we were here, that, you know, even in a rural setting, there are things that one can achieve as long as you know your local space.
Fantastic, thank you. What did you expect from the course before you came?
I thought it was going to be more of a theory than myself doing it. But when I came here, after I've stated my objectives, you know, we are asked to present things that we would like to achieve at the end of the course. I saw that you know, you can actually do it, but maybe one did not have that confidence to say you can do this by yourself. But now that I have guidance, I know that everything is possible under the sun.
Excellent, thank you.
The program has had a very great impact on me as a professional, in the sense that I have gained a lot of information, both that I can use in my job environment and those that I can use personally. But I think now I understand better what LED is all about, and that it is critical that LED plays a very significant role in the municipality, and that it is the one that actually should be driving all programs within the municipality. So, and that LED cannot be done in an isolation, but everybody plays a role when it comes to local economic development.
Lovely answer, thank you. For you, what is the most important aspect of the program?
For me, all aspects were important, but what I can say plays a very critical role stands out from it starts with your attitude as an individual or as a person in the area. And if you have the correct attitude towards your work, obviously everything will fall into place. You'd obviously have the love for your work. You won't have any issues with the people around you. You will definitely have a working relationship with everybody that you come into contact with, and that would obviously, because of the passion and the love, everything will just be driven smoothly from that passion and the love for your work.
Excellent, thank you. Thank you. All right, and what did you expect from the course before you came?
Well, from all the courses that we've been attending, everything has been theoretical and all that, and a lot of work, assignments and all that. But with this one, I found it was very practical, and everything was just simplified. You would understand every area and aspect that was taught to you, and you would see yourself and relate it clearly to your work environment, to your personal environment. And when you came out, you didn't struggle to say, oh, but it was so difficult what we have learned. It was just given to you, and you would find yourself in it, and very easy to do, and even when you go to work, it doesn't, you just, it's like it's your day-to-day duties that you do, and if it's related to your personal situation, you say, but oh, here I wasn't doing it right, then if I improve on this one, then things changed and it became very easy and better. It was such an interesting
perspective that I had about the strategy was that it's something which cannot be possible, but after this course, especially the second session, that will always stand out of them all. I found out that everything is possible as long as you just give it your all. So this course has built my professionalism and the way to view things, and it made me become focused in what I do and build up strong stakeholder relationships, because you can't do everything on your own. You need others to work on whatever that you are doing.
Fantastic, thank you. What for you was the most important aspect of this program?
Session 2. It will always be session 2, session 2, session 2.
What did you expect from the course before you came?
I didn't have any expectations, because I didn't know what is it that we would be taught, but I just said, let me go and find out what's happening, and if the very first session does not do it for me, maybe it's mine, sorry. Maybe if it does not do it for me, then it won't be necessary for me to come back. But really, from the very first session, it gave good impressions, and I could see that we are heading somewhere as LED professionals. So, but when I came here, I didn't have any expectations.
There is a lot of things that I learned regarding with presentation, communication, and developing the strategy for my project, and to network with other LED practitioners, since the program is an integration of town planners and the LED. There's a lot of skills and the knowledge that I learned from this program.
As a professional, we often forget the things that we are meant to do. The PDP was then able to revive that.
The program exceeded my expectation. This program came to develop our personal ability at work, also to make sure that we're gaining a deep insight pertaining to our LED issues and activities, and even on our strategies, the way we do things. Because what happens, when we came in, the way we're doing things at our workplace is not like the way it should be. after we've attended the session, because we now can identify all these years we were doing something that's able to make us to achieve our objective.
Who would you recommend the PDP to and why?
The Professional Development Program, it's a very good program for economic development practitioners in the local government sphere and also the provincial government sphere and the national government sphere, as in all levels, whether in project management level, middle management level, senior management level, and the most senior management level, which would be your municipal managers and head of departments. This program be extended to them as well, and more especially to the councillors. And the timing of such for the councillors should be that it should coincide with their coming in of office of the new councillors, and it should form part of their induction program.
Yes, councillors, yes, LED practitioners, yes, directors who are heading these units, they will certainly benefit from this program.
What would you say is a distinguishing feature about the PDP?
The PDP program is unique than any other programs that are being offered, because it is a program that is being offered to people who are already in the working environment. And we then believe that those individuals, they already have existing qualifications and experience that brought them to the working environment. What normally we tend to find in the LED profession is that you've got different people with different training background and skills and professions, and that offers the ability for them to exercise LED attributes. But moreover, the program, what it does, it offers them with the ability to mainstream their understanding and to professionalize the environment within which they operate LED.
They understand that they have the ability to act despite their circumstances. They are not concerned with what is disabling them or things that they don't have control over, but they always seek out opportunities. They learn over time to become strategic, to become intentional. It's not really about what you say, but what you can show out of everything that you have learned and applied.
But for a most important aspect with this program, it offers a character development.
How has the PDP affected your life, both personally and professionally?
The experience that I have in this program, I used it. I don't want to lie, because in my area now, I'm not shy of anything when it comes to local economic development, when it comes to empowering SMMEs, empowering our rural communities.
I think it's changed my attitude first toward people that I'm working with, the environment. It's changed me. I've redefined myself professionally with regard to my work that I'm doing. I think it has done a lot of changes, particularly to myself, because I'm new in the section of local economic development. So I've learned a lot. Everything that I've started to do, to establish, I based all those things on the program of the PDP.
What major realizations have you encountered through your participation in the PDP?
With this help of this particular program, it makes us to take the informed decisions, not to waste time by doing the plan A or plan B. We know exactly with the aid of this course that this is the route you should take so that you can be able to reach the goals in the near future. And also with the limited resources that we've got with this particular PDP program, it enables us that to take informed decisions.
Being the pioneer of the PDP and having implemented it in multiple provinces with different groups, how has it been so far? What have been your observations?
From the sessions we've run in 4 provinces, Northwest, Eastern Cape, KZN, and the Western Cape, we had experimented with different things. We saw some groups with councillors in the team, and that worked well. Now with mentoring and coaching in between sessions, I hope we can take that personal shift into capabilities developed in their workplace.
The KZN group has been very inspiring in that everybody who came to the group had an enormous amount of experience, either as professionals directly in the field or academically or just politically. They had kind of a range of things that were happening. So People came into the space and they immediately applied what came out from the sessions into their professional lives. So in other sessions, people took it into their personal lives, but this one, it went immediately into some kind of professional context.
What are your views on the current status of LED in South Africa?
It's been going on for more than 15 years, but we still couldn't describe who an LED practitioner is, what that person is supposed to do, what skills and understanding and attitude should they have. I think that's a mistake we've made in the last 15 years. We still have not defined the practitioner behind this big name, let alone that the definition of LED itself has been a problem for so many years.
What is the future of PDP?
The next term of local government, 2016 to 2021, I hope we'll have a better understanding of what economic development is, and we will make a better contribution to our vision for 2030. See the program fitting very well to the minister's ambitions for back to basics, because quite honestly, we really had to define who we are first, and then we can do this thing.
Taking it out of, the learning room or the sharing room into the practical environment. So providing hands-on coaching and mentoring support to the practitioners. And I think we all should be excited to see the changes that are about to unfold within the municipal spaces. Business cannot be usual in these municipalities.
I'd say KZN can expect a formidable force in this group of professionals. They've integrated their experience, their knowledge, their theoretical background, their profound understanding of the province, and they've centered it on themselves. And they're now on a mission to add value, to be professional, and to make a change to their communities. They're going to navigate the space with aplomb, with decency, and with an incredible attitude and positivity, which I think is going to ripple out to the people they come into contact with. And I think each person has taken responsibility for themselves, but is excited about interacting with other professionals, wherever they might find them, in other government departments, within their own municipalities, within organizations, corporations. And I think that as they find their own power and start getting results, I think they're going to be formidable.
In summary, the Professional Development Program, the PDP, is about developing professionals, their skills, understanding, knowledge, and attitude to support practitioners' ability to create, inspire, influence, and facilitate. In other words, to make things happen.